Hello, dear friends. Here we are. Drops of Light, Day 4. From everywhere, we're gonna get information about flattery, fame, and much more. These are not my words. These are the words of the beyond from Casimiro Cunha to all of us. And we are here today or tonight, depending on where you're coming from, talking about spiritist poetry, but especially feeling it. It's important that we feel the message and understand it. You know, when we talk about the vitality flow, it goes from the crown vital center to the frontal, to the throat, to the heart, onwards. That's the flow. And when we receive knowledge, it goes in and it needs to be processed in our feelings. And when I mention feelings, it's what Jesus said to Nicodemus. It's not enough to know. We need to feel it. And feeling the scriptures, it's not about rubbing it on our heart level. It's about communicating those teachings into our own lives. And we say communication means an action to put in common, to verify where in our lives those teachings can be helpful, can be nourishing, strengthening for our souls. Shall we? It's vital for all of us. We are living in a world nowadays in which people are being deceived by the movement of fame, celebrity. People often get confused, like Florence. Remember the opera singer? It became a movie, true account. She was told from the get-go that she was great. She thought her whole life that she was a great singer. And at the end of her life, when she was in her final years, she got to know that she was the most terrible singer. She was deceived by her closest friends and family. She died. She couldn't handle the truth. How many of us live our whole lives believing in the whisper of the mermaids? You're great, you're wonderful, and we keep on living, forgetting that that measure is not outside of us, it's inside of us. No matter if the world thinks that we're great, if we don't approve of ourselves, deep inside, no matter how many people applaud us, when we discarnate, there's only one inner judge that is going to tell us whether we are approved or not. And that's not even God, because God doesn't judge us. It's our own conscience. In the filtering of our experiences through our conscience, says Andre Lewis, we're gonna get information that will clog our system and create nodules of spiritual disturbance. And when that happens, we may create vibratory disturbances that will only be washed away when we reincarnate next, and expel those disturbances through diseases, predisposing us to diseases if we don't fix it through the power of true love. And true love is not the romantic love that we're talking about. It's the love of God above all things and loving others as we love ourselves. In that first commandment of life, we're going to find the golden rule through which we can guide our lives and make sure that we're not listening to what others say, but listening to our conscience. The divine laws are dictated inside of us. Shall we, dear friends? We are here and I'm not alone. I know you know, Mentor Joseph, Father Spirit friends, but who else is here? Our friend Xavier is here.
Hi everybody, hello, how are you?
Leah, remind them about Fraternity Without Borders, please.
Yes. Everybody needs to collaborate with them because they are suffering, and the fraternity has made beautiful work there. Not only in Mozambique but in Madagascar too. We need it. Okay. Okay.
Thank you, Leah.
Thank you.
Thank you. So go to fraternitywithoutborders.org. Join this group of fraternal souls. And when we say fraternal, it's about brotherly love, true brotherly love that happens between us. Right before we read the poem, let me recall to you who Casimiro Cunha is. Casimiro Cunha was born in his last reincarnation in Brazil, 1880 to 1940. 34 years of life, very special life. At 14, he was blind of one eye, and then at 16, the other one. He lost completely his vision, but never gave up on life. He kept on working, he kept on doing what he needed to do. He wrote books. At 29, he got married and left a legacy. When he discarnated, he was a spiritist already before discarnating. He founded the Spiritist Center Bezerra de Menezes in the city of Vassouras, Rio de Janeiro, and then in the afterlife, he found Chico Xavier, the medium who was incarnated in Peter Leopoldo, and together with our poets, he wrote poems. The beautiful one we read in our first encounter about Spiritism. And then later several books through Chico Xavier. Amongst them, the one we're studying. First hand in English, Spiritist poetry. It's very exciting because according to Leon Denis, the great scholar of Spiritism, he tells us poetry comes from higher states. And it gives us the vibration to change the way we're feeling, the way we're thinking, our discernment. It's about reasoning and feeling at the same time. Reasoning and heart. The best possible combination. And we are here, delighted in this banquet of light today. So let me say hi to all of you because it's so good to be together, right? It's the more we get together, the more we get together, the better we'll be. And my friends are your friends, and your friends are my friends. Right, Leah?
Yes.
That's how it is. So, Isabella, the voice, she's the voice of the virtual passes at Kardec Radio.
Wow.
Yes, Isabella. Thank you, Isabella. Andrea Torres, how are you? Teresa Catapano, how are you? Karina, go Karina. Friends, teamwork to help build a beautiful library for the Spiritist Center Luz e Caridade in the countryside of São Paulo, Brazil. They are turning 100 years. We owe a great deal to them. Were it not for them, I wouldn't be here. Yeah, because it was the family that came 100 years. What is this? It's not trivial. It's a treasure on the earth. Go, see our flyer, participate. For those who cannot send books, if you prefer to make monetary donations, we promise to you that 100% of your donation will go straight to books that will be brought in to the library there. And Leia Severo is the commander of the library. She already volunteered to catalog everything for them. And the current president is my grandmother, and I tell you, she is 89 years old, and she rejoices. She's like, Really, I don't believe it. They are so cute. The whole family, the whole everybody. They are so cute working, and we need to give them a boost. Kudos for a job well done, because they have saved lives, including ours, right? Ah, Raquel, beautiful mother, Benjamin is coming. Yay! So, how are you, Danny? Soon Danny's gonna be here. Sunshine, how are you? Beautiful Julija, how are you, Julija? Michelle, Rihanna. Rihanna, I'm looking forward to the news of the books got there. I know we still have to wait a little while, but the post office is probably working hard to get there, and it will. Justina, beautiful mother, beautiful family. I miss you, my friend. Angelita. Angelita, and her last name now is Fraternity Without Borders.
Yeah.
Officially. Ceisa, beautiful Ceisa. Love the pictures in Lily Day. What a blessing. Ah, McCarthy Claire, you're here. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, Luciana Antoine. Patrice Santiago. You're ready, right? Me too. We are ready. Breathe in and out. Ooh. It's good to be enthusiastic, because it's not trivial to be together during these hours. You know, when we have this clockwork, the higher spirits, they assign their time to be with us. All of us. To you who is watching on demand, you're also being showered by their blessings. Okay? And if you're listening to this on demand at Kardec Radio as well, you are also included in this network of love. It's about the Spiritist family, just like popcorn, spreading on the earth. Ready? Chapter 3. From everywhere. That's pretty much how it goes, the title. And it begins talking about flattery. Flattery is false currency, marked by illusion that our own vanity puts in circulation. Elected and sublime virtue that in loneliness is consumed. It is beautiful and cold diamond that does not satiate hunger. Fame is a long tuba of short discernment that plays more towards fortune than to just merit. Avoid adulation that may come your way. The tongue of the adulator is like the blade of the sword. The wise, okay, forgive me just a second, the word's not showing up here. Okay, it was missing a word. The wise corrects in himself within the struggle that surrounds him that which is unpleasant within the field of others' lives. Help with diligence, without conditions and exchange rate. The delayed help is the one that comes after the shipwreck. The courage of justice is like the growls of the storm, but forgiveness and patience are the driving forces of humility. One word amends, one word cuts. No, sorry, it's wrong here. A word that amends, a word that cuts. One gives life, the other may cause the other one to die. Money, power, comfort. Swimming in insecure life are true torments of wealth on a throne of abundance. If you wish for light and peace in the affliction that annuls you, seek within yourself your tranquil conscience. The bottom line of it all is very current to us. We're living in a world in which we, especially the spiritists, need to be very careful about adulation, flattery. There are people who are becoming fan clubs of speakers, mediums, and that's not good. Because those who tell them, oh, you're the best, you're great, their tongue is the blade of the sword. We think we're helping them, but instead we're just pushing them to the abyss of their failure. So tonight, the first therapeutic exercise that we're being asked to do is this. Am I contributing to the illusions of the ego towards other people's lives? Am I contributing to the illusions that people are living in their lives when I am praising them instead of praising God? When I am flattering them for the work that is simply God's work and we are the servants? We need to readjust our inner motors not to fall prey to these false movements of love. When we really love someone, we encourage them to keep on going, but we don't flatter them. We don't adulate them. Very tricky, right? And you may be asking, but Vanessa, I just want to tell them how much they have helped me. Okay, you say, you know, God in you really helped me. God in you has been helping me. God is helping me through you. Thank you for being a good instrument. Because we are going to give them the encouragement without telling them that they are the creators of something that they cannot create, because we are simply co-creators. Okay, so that's our first exercise, to ask ourselves if we are at any point pushing people to the abyss of their illusions. Remember, Joana de Angelis in the book Happy Life. You may not know it, but you are an example for someone. So we may be very careful. When speakers come, give their talks, be grateful. When mediums help us, when people give us passes, but never forget to thank the God in them, because we need to love God above all things. Above all things and everyone. We need to love God in everyone. This thing of becoming a celebrity in Spiritism is not fitting. So then, what do? We keep ourselves real, grounded, knowing, like Chico taught us, nothing was his. None of the works, none of the books. He's just the pencil of the spirits. Keeping himself grounded, he succeeded until the last breath of his incarnated life. A good inspiration for us, right? So flattery is false currency, marked by illusion that our own vanity puts in circulation. Right? Sunshine is asking us, what do I say to someone who doesn't believe in God and has helped me? The force in you has helped me. No, I'm joking, Sunshine. No, but you know, I appreciate you being an instrument of helping my life. And just keep it as it. Like, instrument, you didn't say instrument of the good, period, which at the end of the day is God, right? Makes sense? Sunshine, thank you for the question. We really need to be sensible to the different cultures. We need to have this competency. And you're right, we have to respect and not enforce our belief. But say thank you for being an instrument of the good in my life. Thank you, Sunshine, for being an instrument of the good in our lives now, asking this question. Now, you see, he says here, quite interesting, that this flattery becomes like a beautiful cold diamond that does not satiate hunger. So many people, I see many people who say, oh, I'm going to teach my son. The other, believe it or not, I saw it with my own eyes. A father in a toddler game location, and he was teaching his toddler to play basketball. And I said, wow, he's playing great. He said, yeah, I'm practicing so he becomes an NBA player, and then we're gonna enjoy. Sincerely, he told me the whole plan. We're gonna enjoy the life of a celebrity. You're kidding me. No, it's for real. You see, then we are using others and our own children through the pathway of this illusion. And then when they get to fame, they don't know how to deal with it, start using drugs, and die out of this indirect suicide. We'll be shocked, but at the end of the day, we're not shocked. Because many people pushed them to the abyss of their addictions and their suicide. Fame is like an instrument, like a tuba of short discernment that actually, as he say, plays more towards fortune than just merit. So it's more about saying that I do than I actually do. How many people, they want to show that they are hardworking, but actually they are not hardworking. They are just showing it to people. Are we like this? Who are we deceiving at the end of the day? No wonder we go home, can't sleep, because we're pretending something we are not. So tonight, my friends, as we go to this direction of the appearances, our dear Casimiro Cunha, in his Drops of Light, he's asking us for us to be coherent, to be truthful, not to be prey to the illusions, not to listen to the other. So the first half of this poem is about the description of what adulation is, flattery, the roots, the consequences. And finally, he gives us the tools, because this is the promised consoler. In the second part, he starts talking about the wise person. The wise individual actually is always self-observant, correcting himself. Of course, if he corrects himself, he's not perfect. Many people think wise people are perfect, but wise means somebody who has good discernment. But they use that discernment to quickly adjust themselves. And if something is off, they are adjusting themselves. They help with diligence, without conditions. Remember yesterday? When we are asked to help, we help without asking. When we are asked to help, we help without asking. We just do it. He repeats that same statement here because it's law of life. And he tells us how important it is to have courage, forgiveness, patience inside of us. He says here, for all of us, we need to make sure that the things that we have that are not long-lasting, like money, power, comfort, they may be very tormenting. So if we want peace, if we want light, we need to find in ourselves this tranquil conscience, the clean conscience. How do we achieve it? By having the courage to do the right. Is it too hard for you to choose the right path? Be authentic. Sometimes we want to use masks to be accepted by others. Yes, we need to practice being kind and gentle, but be authentic. Be sincere is very important. Loving, caring, with sincerity, with determination, so people know that we're not deceiving them, that we are being truthful, and that we're willing to be together in this journey of growth. Right, Raquel? And she says, perception and reality are two different things. So friends, in the drops of light, they are showering upon us now. We have the opportunity of revisiting our own inner mechanism of adulation, and if we need to put down a little bit that vanity, let's boost the beauty of everyone, and vanity is going to disappear because we're going to give great value to everyone in our lives, and we'll be protected from this illusion that we're more important than others. And we're never going to give ears, our open ears, to these praises that are just eluding us. Shall we, dear friends? Let us meditate, feeling that these drops of light are giving, watering our feelings, balancing ourselves, and restoring the peace in our hearts. Shall we? Hopefully, we'll see you tomorrow on another chapter from Drops of Light. Have a wonderful night or day. Right, Leia?
Yes, right. Bye-bye, everybody.
Thank you, friends.